Hi, all. Lisa Joy is here. Hope everyone is having a great Thursday. I just wanted to take some time and talk about this show on Netflix called Beef. It has two main actors, one being someone very well known to us all, those that were Walking Dead fans, Glenn. I can't even remember his real name. I'm so used to saying Glenn. Oh gosh. And the other actor, oh my gosh, now I can't remember her real name, but on the show is Amy, right? So the show starts off, it is about two people, road rage, and it turns into a whole thing. I don't want to talk too much about it in detail in case people haven't watched it yet. There's one big part of the show that was very reminiscent to me of what Melanie has experienced, what so many of us have experienced, what happens day to day in real life outside of the road rage, right? I'm not even going to discuss the road rage. And that is the quote unquote friend. I wanted to say best friend, but if you watch the show or plan to watch the show or got a little glimpse, you'll have in question whether or not this person was an actual best friend. But there was a moment where the star of the show, Amy, I believe her name on the show, she got extremely busy within her career. I don't want to tell too much of it for those that haven't seen the show. And it got to a point between the career and the drama that she was involved in. She just didn't have the time and space, unfortunately, for her friend. And instead of her friend just expressing to her one day as to, hey, my feelings are hurt, I kind of miss you, what's going on? Instead of it going that way, it goes a whole other way. And when I tell you, the first thing that came to mind was Love and Marriage Huntsville. And the reason is because instead of this friend just waiting until her friend had time or just going on with her life, right? Because she should have things to do as well, right? We all do. Instead of her just finding her purpose in life and what it is she likes to do, she then decides she's going to dive deep into the whole road rage situation and find some incriminating evidence on her friend, the friend that she wants to be around, that she misses. And you see where I'm going. And where I'm going is this is exactly what happened. This is exactly what happened to Melanie. This is exactly what has happened to you and so many others. And you actually think, did we exchange words? What did I do to you that all of a sudden you became my enemy? Where was I at when this happened? Because that's what happened on this show. This woman became her enemy. And this wasn't even the main focal point of the show. It had nothing to do with their relationship per se. But it just made no sense how, because her friend didn't have time to celebrate with her doing her achievement, because she did have a moment there where she was going to be recognized for something. I won't say what. Then again, she just kept digging and digging and digging and decided, I'm going to take her down. Take her down for what? For what? For not being there for you. And it bothered me. It hurt my feelings because it made me think about past dealings I've had with people when all of a sudden now I became enemy number one. So it was troublesome for me for that reason. And I became distant. I became distant not intentionally to hurt any one person, but because of where I was at, what was going on with me. And I recognize I didn't give big disclaimers to that. So I could have did a little something on my part. I take responsibility of that, of sharing. Okay, this is what I'm going through and this is what I need to do. But with that, whether I shared or not, why, or if anyone shares, let me take a step back. If anyone chooses to share their journey with friends or not, why is their distance that is becoming present within y'all friendship then is justified for you to go out your way to try to hurt them, defame their name, befriend people that you know they've had issues with? I don't understand that. And no matter what degrees I hold, I will never fully understand or embrace that. It is very troublesome as to why we can't accept people where they are. Be hurt. I'm not saying don't be hurt, because it is. You have to take yourself out of yourself for a moment and think about others and what they're feeling. But that doesn't change your actions of self-preservation. That doesn't change your actions of how you now have to take care of yourself. I'm not saying because you think about somebody else's feelings, you don't get to take care of yours. You do. You do. But you can understand on the other side of it as to why they feel the way that they feel with the distance. But it doesn't justify your feelings hurt, does not justify you attacking me behind the scenes and treating me now as the enemy. But then when I have the time to be in your space, you want to go and kick it and key like nothing didn't happen. Is it just me? Is that a problem? So I get to understand a little bit more as to the complexity of Melanie, the cast members, because they were friends. This is not just an ensemble put together just for the sake of a reality show. All of them did hang out. But it also goes to show that they came together and it was never a true bond. Because a true bond would not have allowed for some of the cast members to completely try to obliterate, okay, Melanie's name and character. Could Melanie took the time to think about people's feelings a little bit more while preserving her own? That's up for debate. That's up for debate. However, why do you get to dog me out and just keep coming for me, coming for my character, just off of me taking care of self? Now we go to the obvious, which is jealousy, which is intimidated, which is, oh, because I left and you stayed. Back to jealousy. But did you ever truly care about me? And the answer is no. So if you ever look at the show Beef, there's so much to it. But again, I don't want to give any spoilers away. Hopefully I haven't so far. But if you catch the show Beef, you'll see that this person went out their way to insert themselves so much because they was upset. Their feelings were hurt. And it didn't benefit them. It did not. It never benefited them. When you focus so hard on your disdain for someone else, you don't realize the time and energy that you're putting on them, you could be putting on yourself. I've said this before. I will continuously say this because I know some of you probably gonna be like, she has said this. She's going to wear this out. Yes, I will, because it's the truth. If you continuously could keep putting your focus on someone else and whatever negative energy you have towards them, and they're not even defending themselves, what then happens? You are uplifting them. And while you're uplifting them, you're bringing yourself down here. I said it before. Let's just say, for argument's sake, Melanie was scandalous. She was all these things and never a good friend. We'll never get to truly see that as in black and white as much as we do with the rest of them and how they move, because they've not allowed it, because they've overshot, they've worked so hard to make themselves look bad that they didn't leave any room to show any indicators of her. That's just the reality. And it's not hiding behind her and Martell. You know, I've heard people say, oh, we're just blinded by her, the victimization of her and Martell. No, we're not. It's a result. It opened it all up. But what everybody's doing now, Stormy jumping on the bandwagon, her mother, and let's say again, it was correct. Let's say Stormy had a leg to stand on. Let's say her mother had a leg to stand on. This isn't the way to do it, because you know what you're looking at? You're looking like a Wanda 4.0. That's all. No one gets to see or gets to hear the ins and out and the details of what truly happened to get you to the point of where you felt the need to go off on Melanie. That message gets lost. Stormy, the same thing with crying. It gets lost. That show Beef, again, that scene, those moments with those two ladies, clear example of how women will sometimes, and I want to say sometimes because I never want to characterize any group of people, so I'll say some women will, get so cutthroat behind their feelings being hurt. But did you gain something off of that? So if you get a chance, I just want to say, look at Beef, because outside of that, the show was awesome. It was, I thought it was good. I don't know if there will be a return. I think it was a one and done type thing, but you know, who knows with Netflix. Love and Marriage Huntsville, it is what it is. These reality shows, like I said, true story. We've all been there. We've all been there. In every reality show, we've seen up close and personal, whether it be our own lives, family members, friends, associates, co-worker. We've all been exposed to all this stuff. The only difference is some of these shows, with these shows versus our real life, is money, different tax bracket, but we've all seen it. Whew. So I hope that you enjoyed this, and if you did, keep tuning in for more. I am slowly building, I'm slowly learning this, understanding how it goes in between everything else that I'm doing. It's enjoyable for me. I hope it is for you, and just hang in there for more content. And thank you so much for those who have subscribed. I truly appreciate it. For each milestone, each 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, I will say thank you, because you don't have to, you didn't have to, and you don't have to still be here. So thank you. I will improve in time. There's more to do, but thank you for accepting me as I am. Have a great rest of the day. It's almost the weekend. Bye.